Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a phoenix kind of firebird look for you all, and it is also my 20th birthday, so I'm officially no longer a teenager and I don't feel any different. So let's get started with this look. So for the eye makeup, I am starting with a base, and this is Erotic by NYX, not NYX, ColourPop, and it's one of their Super Shock shadows. I'm just using a flat shading brush to put this over top of my eyes to act as kind of our base and our grip for the shadows we're going to be using later. The entire color palette of this look is oranges, reds, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of blue, just to add a little bit of contrast. But it's a really fun look, I thought anyway. I thought it turned out really good. So I'm just putting this on my lids, making sure we have a nice smooth surface. And my dog is having a nightmare, so if you hear him shaking the whole house, that's what he is doing. So for my crease color, I am putting some yellow from NYX. This is one of their pressed pigments. And I'm just putting this on an angled fluffy brush and kind of running it over the top of the base, really lightly, not mixing them together or really blending them out, but just creating the general shape I want because we're going to be adding a lot more color and contour to this look. So now for the rest of the eye, I am taking a pencil brush, and this is from Sigma, and I am using a little bit of a Concrete Minerals pigment, and it is their orange one from the Sugar Skull pack. I'm pretty sure the name is Calavera, or maybe it's Viva Los Muertos, but I'm pretty sure it's Calavera. So I am taking this pencil brush and I'm running it up the side of my eye and over top of the crease. Whenever I see makeup done that's very bird-esque, this is how they do the eye. Just kind of replicate that shape that birds have, that naturally pulled up look. So I am just tracing basically the eye socket and where we would put the wing, and then going back in over top and darkening it over and over again until it's as big as you see here. Now I'm just using a dual fiber brush to kind of blend the edges and make everything very soft. For the inner corner, I'm using a little bit of glitter glue from NYX, and I am taking a bronze powder kind of pigment from Glamour Chicks Makeup. You guys have seen me use this one before. It's super reflective and shiny, and I thought it looked kind of like magical embers of a fire or something, just very pretty and glittery. This is kind of like if Cirque du Soleil did like a Firebird kind of set, which I'm sure they probably have in the past. Now taking Too Shy from ColourPop, I'm going to line my eyes with an angled brush, and this is a really metallic blue that picks up a whole lot of pigment. You would think it wouldn't because blues are a little tricky, but this one is perfect, and I'm just doing a very thin wing, kind of using that outer V contour kind of thing we did earlier as a guideline. So now it's time to start the body paint. So to do this, it's really simple. I just did upside down triangles, kind of zigzags with some orange water activated paint all around my neck to create the illusion of feathers. Now I only did this on my neck and basically my collarbone, but you can take this all the way down your chest, all the way down your arms. It's really up to you, but I think you guys kind of get the gist thus far if I just do my neck. So you can kind of go from there and determine how you want to do it, or you can just fill your body in with color. So now I am just filling in my little triangles to create my little feathers. If you really want to get into this, you can do the little kind of wispy tick marks to make it look like they are real feathers if you have like a whole day to paint your body, but I did not. So little triangles are perfect for body painting beginners like myself. So now I'm just adding a second layer of feathers, and that is the yellow. I didn't let the orange paint completely dry, which is okay, so that the colors kind of blend and mix together and look like they're really laying on top of each other rather than being in separate layers. With this, you do want to make sure that the points of your second layer fall in between the gaps of your first layer. So you have all these different levels and you can see all your different colors. I think this would be really pretty if you did like a neon version with like teal, pink, and purple, but it's up to you. So after I did my neck, I decided to let that all dry and start adding the contours. So using the same pigment from Concrete Minerals that I used earlier, I'm just going to start contouring my forehead. And this color is a really nice burnt orange, so it creates a good contouring color if you are super pale like myself. And I'm just using a fluffy eye brush to blend this into the hairline and really give us a more bird-like, I don't want to say skeletal, but that's just when I look at birds, they're so skinny, kind of skeletal look. So for my next color, kind of blending this in, I'm using Hot Orange from the NYX Pressed Pigment line. And I'm using the same brush I used before, so everything will fade gradually and create a really nice kind of ombre contour effect. So using that orange pigment, I'm going to start to contour my nose. And I'm just going down and around, creating somewhat of a beak shape. So I'm connecting my eyebrows to the tip of my nose. This way everything comes down really smooth and gives you a nice optical illusion of it all being pulled and being very long. So now in the middle of that, I'm taking the hot yellow that we used earlier and creating my highlights. And I did this over top of my brows as well, and basically in anywhere that was still showing skin on my forehead. And I'm just kind of swirling the brush around, making sure that everything is blended and creates a really smooth kind of finish. You can do this all with paint as well, but I thought the powders just looked a little bit softer and a little more natural. So now for my neck, I'm taking the yellow and going right up my throat. So basically where you can start to feel your vocal cords at, I'm going up with yellow, and this is to make the neck look longer and really, really thin, like a bird, kind of pencil-y neck kind of look. And now to add a little bit of shadow and contour, I am taking the Calavera not pressed pigment, the loose pigment, and using that from right behind the ear all the way around the neck to where we did that yellow. You can take this all the way onto the back of your neck, but obviously my hair covers the back of my neck, so I didn't really have to worry about that. And if you have a high-necked costume, I know a lot of people do like bird costumes with a turtleneck type, you can just completely skip this part and not have to try and shower it off like I did. So I did this on both sides and just kind of blended it, making sure it wasn't patchy or missing any pieces. And then I went up the side of my face with the contour. I just wanted to have more color and make everything look more cohesive, so I went down the sides and connected it to my neck, but also cutting in that jaw and kind of making it look flat on the side so that our face in the middle looks more pointy than on these sides. So I brought this down around my eyes a little bit to accentuate the eye socket, and this is still all using that pigment that we used earlier. I'm just using a little bit of a lighter hand. So now going in really heavily with this pigment, I am contouring my face. Now this isn't going to be a normal, smooth, completely blended, seamless contour like you would have if you were doing your face regularly, obviously. So don't worry if it looks super dark, that's how it's supposed to look. So I'm just blending this out with an eye brush. I mainly used eye brushes just because my face brushes were too big and I wanted this to be really detailed and blendable. So for my first layer on my lips, I'm using Pacific from ColourPop, and it is an orange liquid lipstick. And I'm just putting this on to let it dry since we are going to be making a kind of like custom mix on our lips. So now going down my face with Too Shy, I am accentuating more of that beak shape. I really wanted to add the blue because you always see little kind of flecks of blue in fires, so I wanted to add just a little bit and give it more dimension and make it look a little bit more artistic than so just straight bird-like. And I think it really made it look more like a phoenix. You could probably use this too if you're going as like a Pokemon or something, because I feel like there's a Pokemon that looks like this. So for my second layer on my lips, I'm using Jellies from ColourPop, and I was going to do like a blue liner, but I didn't like how it looked, so I ended up just going over all of the orange with this look. You can also just use a like burnt orange kind of metallic lipstick, but I just kind of made my own. So now over top of that, I am using some of the pigment that we use all over our face, and this really created like a burnt ember kind of look. So that is the end of the look. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you subscribe and like this video and comment down below what you're going as for Halloween. So I will see you guys next time, and bye!